Wendy. So Wendy popped out yesterday. She was outside. Well, she wasn't. She was on the phone. She did an interview with the Breakfast Club. And here's a little snippet from that interview. Okay. Viewer discretion is advised.
And Wendy's niece Alex is on as well. Alex, you're going to be talking too, right?
Hey, Alex.
That's my niece Alex. That's my niece Alex. And Charlamagne and I, by the way, have known each other for like 20 years and running.
That is very true.
Wow.
Listen, Wendy, let's get right to it. I'm going to tell everybody what's going on. Wendy Williams is currently trapped in a conservatorship. If you don't know what a conservatorship is, it's when someone is in charge of making decisions on your behalf, but usually because the conservatee is not able to make decisions for themselves. Wendy can make her own decisions. She is not cognitively impaired. She is not incapacitated. She is being taken advantage of.
Right.
Wendy, tell us what's going on.
Pause. So, obviously, this was a campaign. The Breakfast Club needed the views. Nobody's been up over there. They haven't had 1 million views in so long. And so Charlamagne's been talking to Wendy for the last 2 weeks to get her on the show to help save his show, to save his job. Trust me, I get the insight of what's going on over there, and that's why they keeping the other girl and just hilarious at the same time to keep some variety, because they need Black women's eyes. Yes, and so, but that's neither here nor there. That's like, that's industry talk, right? So yeah. So he's a part of this campaign to help Wendy, but it really, in reality, he's trying to help his show. Once again, exploiting a woman that is obviously not in her right mind. But that's my opinion for now. We'll let Wendy speak and tell y'all what's going on. If you haven't heard it, here it is. This is Wendy Williams officially, first official interview since that awful documentary that they did with Lifetime, talking about where is Wendy Williams. Okay, well, they found her. Here she go.
On.
Well, first of all, to start with, my niece Alex knows a lot as well, but I am not cognitively impaired. You know what I'm saying? No, but I feel like I am in prison. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in New York City, right? And by the way, my apartment has been sold, thank God, a while ago. But I'm in this place where the people are in their 90s and their 80s and their 70s, and even when people are 60 like me, hey, I'm sexy and gorgeous. I am 60. Look, please, July 18th, 1964, honey. But look, these people, I don't care if they're...
Pause. So what we not finna do, okay, because I was around when Wendy was around, and nothing about Wendy interfered with what I had going on. There's enough space out here for everyone, okay? And so for those of y'all that are making comments, I'm scared if Wendy comes back. Okay, let's just say Wendy comes back, and what? She was here when I was here, and she's been here for a long time, and she was iconic at what she did. She is a legend, okay? And nothing can take that away. And if she comes back, I'm not going anywhere, okay? And so for y'all to, pit women against each other, especially Black women in the same industry, and I've always given Wendy her props, that's a little distasteful. And so what we are here addressing is the reason why Wendy is in this situation in the first place, okay? And so I'm gonna let her finish, and then I'm gonna deal with y'all in a minute, okay? So let's go.
They're 50 and 60. They have look, there's something wrong with these people here on this floor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm not saying something bad. I'm just saying that I am with these people. I am clearly not... Look, I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here on the bed, all right? I watch TV. I listen to radio. I look at the window. I talk on the phone. And by the way... Alex, talk about this phone, please. Alex, you've been right here where I am, so you know exactly what you're talking about. You flew from Miami to New York, and you were right here with me. Go ahead.
Yeah, and what she's saying is exactly what's happened. She's there in New York, in this place, essentially like what some would call a luxury prison, right? This is her room. That's literally her apartment. But the thing about this apartment, and you know this, not Wendy, because you're there. It's small. She has a bed, a chair, a TV, a bathroom, and she's looking out one window. The buildings across the street.
Pause. She in an old folks home. Okay, let's just cut the shit. Jasmine, move on to her crying.
Yeah.
My life is like up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Alex, do you think that there'll be some type of retaliation from the Guardian because of maybe this phone call or because of Wow.
We talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt, even with her wanting to come on, we talked about all scenarios. I said, do this. You ready for what's on the other side? And as she said, I have to do this. There's nothing else I could do at this point. She's prepared for the fact that her phone might be taken away.
What if they take my phone? I won't be able to talk to anybody.
Yeah. And, you all, what you're hearing now, this is a few-minute clip of what we've been dealing with for the last several months and the last 2-3 years.
Wow.
Like, what the hell?
Like, she can get moved and we may not even know where she is.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. This ain't got nothing to do with my professional opinion. This ain't got nothing to do with Wendy's iconic status. But I'm just finna say some shit. Probably gonna rub y'all the wrong way, but it is what it is. We all have a family member that has abused some sort of substance to the point where it altered them and altered their mind and altered their health. And we all suffer from a family member that has gone through what Wendy has been struggling with her entire life, okay? Which is substance abuse. Wendy, unfortunately, due to her vulnerability and her drive for work, because all she did was work and get high. And then she ended up marrying her husband, who was her drug dealer. And then when she got pregnant, it was her baby that, because she tried to get pregnant a few times, she's talked about that, but she couldn't carry a baby to term because her uterus and stuff, but it enabled her to, to stop for a little while. And so, but when people have addiction problems, there's nothing anybody can do but them. That is something that they deal with on their, no matter how much you try to, put them in rehab, do the right thing. If it's not in them to be clean, it's just never in them. And Wendy, unfortunately, suffered from substance abuse for many years. And she made a lot of money while being addicted. And so while you guys are saying Ray J did this, y'all blame Ray J for Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston had been getting high. What we like to do is always project or blame other people when they have money. The reason they ain't here is because of this person. But let's be honest, the reason Wendy got money is because of the substance abuse. That's what enabled her to do what she did. That's what got her through. This was her, before she had that baby, this was her baby. And so, unfortunately, because she never dealt with the substance abuse and she only stopped because she had a son, but she started drinking, I had been getting reports on Wendy's drinking from her own family. The very family that is doing this campaign. The very family that is the reason why Wendy is in the situation she in now, because while Wendy was drinking, while Wendy was getting drunk to the point where she was inebriated, because what happens is when you drink too much alcohol, alcohol is sugar. It raises your glucose levels. It kills, brain cells. It causes Alzheimer's. It causes dementia. It causes, it's so many things. They would have to, between her husband spending all his extra hours out with the side, her son was off. He was getting high too. They had to send him to Dr. Sabi to fix himself. Her family, they saw her every now and then, but them people weren't really trying to help Wendy. They saw Wendy as a check. That's why Kelvin was able to have a side itch, buy her a car, and buy a house down the street from Wendy, because Wendy was too busy getting high, and they kept her like that. They kept her working and getting high because that's what she always liked to do. But instead of getting how she was drinking, and we all got a family member or somebody that we know that has gone through this. And you know, the more you feed them, the more, guess what, they're not thinking. And so the very reason that Wendy is on this radio is because her family put her in this situation. She's Wendy. She's this. We that. We tried. Well, what about the $100,000 in Uber Eats from her son? What about the big cash withdrawals that her family was taking while she was in New York, being seen getting out of cabs, ain't had baths in days, walking into gas stations, sending cab drivers into gas stations, into restaurants, and letting her drink as much as she was. They didn't care then. Because guess what? She had a check that she couldn't monitor because she was inebriated. And y'all keep saying there's this conspiracy theory that Wendy planned this. No, Wendy had been doing this. This wasn't no big reveal plan to get away from her ex-husband. Wendy didn't have coping skills. And so Wendy went to the bottle, she went to drugs in order to cope. And so when her husband did what he did, her coping mechanism for 10 years while he courted that woman, that very mediocre, ugly ass woman, he got the worst of the worst. That can't even help him to get a check, but because he was insecure and Wendy was too busy, getting praised here and there, he wanted to be praised in the bedroom because of his lack thereof. So everybody done milked her, spent all her money, not even because done came up in the picture, and now they want her back. But y'all was the reason why she's sitting there. Instead of y'all managing her house bills, you seeing they dropping videos of her going in the gas stations, swerving, can't talk, all types of shit. Y'all wasn't nowhere near around until guess what? The money stopped. When the money stopped, everybody woke up, saw them take Wendy, and now you're talking about free Wendy, free Wendy. Where's your money to free her? Now they got a GoFundMe out here. They got a GoFundMe asking y'all to free, which was once a wealthy woman that they helped to drain. And since they was draining her, the crackers came in and was like, we can drain her too. If our family don't care, then we'll take it too. So that's why they in our pockets now. You don't see no guardianship happen in black families. That doesn't happen. That's white folks. This was not supposed to happen. But because her brother was too busy on the internet doing interviews, putting her name in every title, her son was being a kid. He's a child. So, of course, he's going to run up $100,000 plus in Uber Eats. Kelvin, instead of him managing the money, he want to go spend it on Lamborghinis and all this on some mediocre South Carolina throwaway coochie that he met through Charlemagne, the God, because they know each other, and that's how he met. And Charlemagne, while you on the radio, why don't you tell people how Kelvin met the mistress that he's with? Wendy put you on. Now you trying to free her, but you helped to contribute to her mental pain and decline and helped Kelvin, her husband, to cheat. In the condo that they had with Wendy's money, it was Charlemagne there, it was Sharina there, Kelvin's mistress, the one he got pregnant, all of them there on Wendy's money. So not only was Charlemagne taking up a Kelvin, while he was tricking off Wendy's money, Charlemagne was getting paid and building his brand off the back of her too. Now you want to talk about free Wendy. Man, bye. I cannot. And Charlemagne, I'm sorry. It's just not genuine. Because Kelvin, not only did you brought hoes for her husband. You was on this lady's show as a sidekick, gossiping as a you are, that likes your butt played with, helping her husband to cheat and pay you, and then you take the money then spend it on the women that you giving to her. Man. Oh my God. See, this is why they don't like me in the industry. This why they don't like me in the industry. And this is the reason. It's the same people. The same people that y'all getting out here talking about, oh, gun for me, free her, free this, free that. Child, she was free. She was out here, like I said, catching cabs, walking in the liquor stores, drunk, slizzard. Where was everybody? Where was Charlamagne? Where was Alex? Where was the son? Ain't nobody was down in that New York apartment while she was drinking herself to death. But as soon as the money gone and y'all couldn't access it, now everybody's showing up. Man, bye. Man, bye. Bye.